Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now I know you've seen the thumbnail because today we are here to look at the Hatka 12, but this isn't the Hatka 12. This is the Yakari Large, but here on the front, piggybacking on the Yakari Large is the Hatka 12. So I'm just going to take this off and we will come back. That's good fun trying to do that by. We will come back to that feature to talk about how this works with other packs and how this can piggyback on the front of them. Now there's two things that I need to confess at this point. The first one is I'm just a massive Savotta nerd. I'm a huge fanboy of theirs. A lot of their gear, in fact all of the gear that I've tried and tested so far, I love, and you know, this is just another one of those packs that I love. The second one is the fire out at Huntley Woods in 96, 97 wasn't an accident. That's probably as far as I'm going to go on with that admission for now. But yes, so what we're here today to look at is the Hatka 12. Getting pretty much straight into it. As far as the pack is concerned, we'll go through some measurements, some materials, and then we'll have a look around some of the features on here. Now, as you can probably imagine from the naming convention on this, the Hatka 12 is a 12-litre backpack. I'll put the exact dimensions down here for you, but it's similar to a lot of 12-litre backpacks that you'll find around about this size. The materials on this, one thing that Savotta do incredibly well is making indestructible packs. Now with this one, so a lot of their other packs like the Yakari that's just down there on the floor at the moment, that's made from a combination of 1000D Cordura and 500D Cordura. So with them, the outer barrel, the outer body of those, that's that 1000D, whereas when it comes to the roll top, at the top of them, they use a 500D just because it's just a little bit more malleable. And what they've done with this is they've constructed this whole roll top backpack from that same 500D Cordura. It just means that being able to roll this open, like the others, it's just so much easier, but instead of having a stitch here that could possibly lead to future failures, all of that sort of stuff, to maintain the structural rigidity of it, they've used the same 500D Cordura all the way down. The buckles on here, super tough buckles. I always go back to this. I remember somebody asking me about the buckles that Savotta use as far as how well they perform in the cold. Let's not forget that Norway, sorry about that, Finland. Let's not forget that Finland is, the top of Finland is one of the highest points in Europe, and well within the Arctic Circle, so yeah, you can trust their buckles. The webbing on here, if you've ever seen Savotta's webbing, I don't know where they get this from, but their webbing again is just kind of next level. So if you're concerned about durability on the Hatka or any of Savotta's backpacks, yeah, take it from me that you definitely don't need to be concerned about durability. The only other thing that's on here, so you do have a large morale patch section on here where I've got my made in Finland, and I've also got an old school Savotta patch on there as well. So yeah, now going around the features of the Hatka 12. So on the front here, hopefully you'll be able to see, so we do have some PALS webbing on here. The PALS webbing on here can be used for quite a few different things. Obviously you can attach different pouches onto this, but also, so here and here, you'll see that I've also got some additional buckles on here. Now these additional buckles are how they then attach to other packs. You do have to purchase these additionally. When it comes with this, you don't get these additional buckles, but not particularly expensive. This will fit. So the Yakari M, the Yakari L, the Yakari XL, the Cantamus 40, the Cantamus 60. These will all fit on these, and the way that it works is probably, oh, yeah, let's do this bit. So here on your other bag, which this will piggyback on, you have your compression straps, so you don't even need to get extra straps or anything like this. Where you have the male and the female ends to these, the female ends, you can just push those under whatever you have, and then the male ends, these will come on and they'll strap to those male ends. But as you saw at the beginning of this will just kind of piggyback onto the front of it. So it's perfect in that kind of situation where you have a larger bag. Maybe you want to use some side panels where you've got some extra pouches on there, but then you're doing a long walk, you want to be able to drop your bag, you can then take this off the front, maybe do a small day excursion, come back to camp where you have your larger bag. That's kind of what it's designed for, with this modularity with the bits that you can put on the side. Or if not, you're just out and you want to have a good grab bag that you can throw into a truck and take out with 12 litres, which is great for a day walk. Then you've kind of got that option with this. But that's to the PALS webbing on here. Now, if you've got some bungee cord, you want to lace some bungee cord through here, tied off at the bottom, then you can attach it different things. Maybe you've got a coat, or you want to take your hat off just to help with some heat. Put it under the bungee cord on the front, and yeah, you're good to go with that as well. Now, coming down to the bottom, you do also have some loops here as well. So even though this is a relatively small pack, they're still adding fixation points down here at the bottom. Again, it doesn't come with any bungee cord with this, but if you put some bungee cord through here, or even if it's some 550 paracord, you could put that through here and then just kind of cinch that tight as well. So if you've got a bottle that you want to attach to the bottom, or again you've got a jacket, you just want to take this off, just roll it up, put it under the bottom here, then you can do as well. Now on the outside, it is pretty minimal, and I think that's one of the beauties of this, and a lot of Savotta's kit actually. Savotta, I mean, I've never asked them this, I've always assumed that they have this, but they seem to have a keep it simple kind of philosophy, and that's what you get with a lot of the packs. It's designed to be as simple as possible, but with the PALS webbing and the Molle system, then you can attach and you can kind of upgrade it and build it and scale it to how you want it, and it continues with this. Now on the inside, to get into the inside, at the top here you have a 1-inch buckle or 25mm buckle. This rolls open and then you can get onto the inside. So at this moment in time, I've got a schmog in here. I've got, I was going to do some plinking today. Unfortunately, because of the rain, I've had to come here to do some filming today. But I got my little plinking kit in here as well, and some BBs. Anything else? Oh, there is a couple of things under here, in which we will check in a second. But as far as the inside of this is concerned, it's just a huge barrel, similar to a dump bucket. If you're doing some rope work that you'd have down by your side, and you put the rope into, it's no different to something like that. Or I suppose even if you scaled this up to like a 30-litre top loader, no different to that. It's just a large section that you have in here. Now it does have, if I peel this back down, on the inside here, it does have 2 pockets. So there's one on this side and one on this side, and you can see these pockets. So here, normally there wouldn't be a seam here on a pack like this, but that's a seam for the inside of the pockets. So on the left hand side here, I have got a 1 litre Yeti bottle in here, and it fits in no issues whatsoever. In fact, I could probably fit larger than a 1 litre in, and of course I know some of you will be waiting for this, but yes, the Hatka 12 is tactical teddy bear compliant. It was the first thing that the Finns wanted to help from the Kingdom of the Moorlands when they were designing this pack, to make sure that it was fully tactical teddy bear compliant. But if I pull this back again, now that I've got those out, hopefully you'll be able to see these. Always good fun when you try and do stuff on camera. there's those pockets on the inside. So you have one on this side and one on this side, and then you can put additional things into there. So again, it's perfect for your water bottles because they just slide straight in. Or maybe if you've got some, I was going to say trekking poles, but trekking poles you really wouldn't want them to push down into the bottom. Maybe you could use this as a shelter kind of kit, shelter bag. Then what you could do is you could have a couple of rigid poles in there, the ones that kind of push together. Kind of the world's your oyster really when it comes to what you can put into that. But then other than that, there aren't any other pouches or internal pockets in there. Sometimes you'd have like a back one, but I think with this one, because this is something that you'd press against something and pull it towards it, it makes sense that they didn't have it in the back there, and having them in the front, they work just as well. So yeah, just rolls up and yeah, you're good to go. Now, as far as keeping things dry and safe, I walked in here today and everything that's in here is still perfectly dry. The Cordura material that this is made from has got two things going for it as far as trying to keep water out. The first one is on the outside. It does have a DWR coating. Well, actually all the water's gone off it, but any water that comes onto here just beads off. The other thing as well is on the back of it, it is, hopefully you can see the shiny bit there, it's also PU coated as well. So if it gets through the DWR coating, it then has to get through the PU coating that's on the back of here. And yeah, so I would say as far as backpacks go that I've tested in the past, Savotta are some of the best to make sure that whatever's in here stays nice and dry. There's a small tiny caveat to that, and that is that any seams on here, they're not taped seams, so it's not 100% waterproof. If I was to submerge this, then the air bubbles would come out of here. However, I would say for a non-dedicated waterproof backpack, again, just to repeat the fact that Savotta really are the best out there for keeping your stuff dry. Now, the last little bit is just to draw your attention to the back here. So there is this pocket here in the back. Recently, I made some content on the Savotta sitting mat. So here's a Savotta sitting mat, and the way that this is designed, I've got some crap out of the wood still on this. So the way that this is designed is that it will fold up, and this will go into pretty much all of Savotta's backpacks. They all have this same pocket here on the back. Now, as it is without this, if you wanted to, this will fold up. You can screw this into a little ball and you can pretty much put this into anything. If you're concerned maybe that there's stuff in here that would be uncomfortable while it's on your back, then putting the sitting mat in here takes all of that out. You certainly don't have to worry about that. But the same sitting mat will fit into the Hatka 12. It will fit into the Kahaka bags. It will fit into the Yakari bags. It will fit into the Cantamus bags. So excellent for that. If you want to stow away these straps as well, you can undo them here at the bottom and then you can put them into here. So if you did want to just have this for a bag that you can kind of throw around, again, you can stow away other items into this as well. And for the straps, there is a bottom kind of cutout section here, so you can push the straps into that. Now, as far as the straps are concerned, when you get this, I'm sure I put them, did I put them? Ah yes, I did put them in here. So when you first get this, the straps that you get are these 25mm or 1-inch straps. Super simple. They loop in through some D-rings here at the top. You also have a D-ring here at the bottom. There are actually two parts to these. So you have one part that doesn't have the buckle on it, and then you have another part that does have the buckle on it. So one will go through the top bit, one will go through the bottom bit, and then it will allow you to adjust the length on here. But if it is you want to upgrade that, then you can also pick up these additional straps that are nice and padded. what I would say is, as far as a 12 litre pack is concerned, obviously, I mean, you could overload this if you just wanted to put 12 litres worth of bricks into it. But it's reasonably nice and light when you've got stuff in here. So having the original straps on here, certainly not much of an issue. You don't really feel that much. But again, just having these padded straps works really well as well. Just gives you that extra little bit of comfort if you do want to put a little bit more into here. All in all, as far as simple roll top packs are concerned, with that added, you can completely Gucci this out. So I'd say that this is the full Gucci-ness. In fact, if I put this back in here, this would be the full Gucci loadout, because I've got the sitting pad in the back of it to make sure that my back is just that extra little bit more protected, which you don't really need to worry about too much, especially with a 12 litre pack like this. It's got the extra Gucci straps on there, and it's got those buckles on the side so that it can attach to those. Or if you're happy with it as it comes straight out of the box or out of the bag, then you can reduce some of the weight, because you'll just have the 25mm straps on here. You'll not have the sitting pad in there. You're not concerned that it needs to strap to something else. This is just a nice simple pack that you need just for going out and walking. Having 12 litres, then yeah, there's a lot to this small pack. So yeah, really nice. Now, I do want to say, so full disclosure, I did leave a note at the beginning of this. So this was sent to me by Savotta. Had a really nice Teams call with the people there. Really nice lady from Savotta. And they were just after some honest content, and I said, well, here at Moorlander EDC, that's what we like to do. So so yeah, they just wanted me to make sure that I said that this was sent to me, and yeah, and there was no money exchanged or anything like that, just to review this favourably. Now, I will say that the beginning admission, I'm a massive Savotta fanboy, so yeah, they wouldn't probably have to pay me anyway, so take that with a pinch of salt. So yes, so there you go. Now, what I will do is I'll leave below all of the links so that you can see more from the Hatka 12 and the Yakari Large, which has been on the floor this entire time, and all of the other Savotta backpacks. I will leave some social media links below so that you can see more from me here at Moorlander EDC and my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. We are recording, and we'll just make sure that all the volumes are pushed in, because you don't want to have to re-record stuff. So, two things to admit. First one being that I'm just a massive Savotta fanboy. Always have been since I got my first hands. I mean, these are my second hands. I don't know where that was going. Need to admit here, first one being, I'm a massive Savotta fanboy. I am. I'm happy to say it. As outside of Castle Moorlander, there is a huge Savotta fanboy flag flying. I just am. Second one is, I've got a robotic left testicle. If you flick it hard enough, it will play the national anthem backwards. Yeah. That's not one you admit much on YouTube. Being that I'm a massive Savotta fanboy. I genuinely am. I just love all of their gear. Second one is, I once punched a cat during a one-night stand. I'm not proud of it. Maybe that's something that you should ask me during the next live stream, but yeah, that was a weird evening. Massive Savotta fanboy, always have been. I freaking love their gear. The second one is that the Biden-Harris administration actually paid me to endorse them, but I was busy that weekend, and Beyonce stepped in and did this concert for them. I was just busy, you know, I've just got a lot on, but yeah, it is what it is. And I'm not sure what day this is coming out. I think, well, it's either going to be the Wednesday or the Thursday. It might possibly be the Wednesday. I think there's something else I need to get out Anyway, whatever day it is. If it's Sunday, I hope you're well. I hope you've got lots of rest and relaxation over the weekend. And yeah, you've got to go back to work tomorrow, but you know, it is what it is. You've got to pay the bills, keep the walls away from the door. If it is this Wednesday, then you're still keeping the walls away from the door, and it's downhill from here. Only 2 more sleeps and you can officially start drinking at lunchtime. I mean, start drinking at breakfast time if you want, but those early Zoom calls are a little bit struggle. Anyway, hope you're all good. I'll see you all soon.